I just watched you do the neck crack. And seeing Robbie Hockett do a neck crack means we're about to get really fucking serious right now. The only time I've seen you do that is when you have like an order of 4 or 5 shots and you gotta like figure out how you're gonna pour it evenly and you crack your neck before you pour it, but life is hard for you. So, alright! Yeah, we're ready.
Great. Robbie, 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 Robbie. I was just ready for the next step.
Shut your fucking mouth. Me and Geronimo are going to be standing at your car at the end of the night in Sacagawea. Hey, that's Anthony Quinn, Sacagawea, and Geronimo. 2 of America's most famous. Let's go! Are you guys ready for the headline tonight? Coming up on stage right now is a guy who's been one of the longest lasting members of the Blacksburg Comedian Group, a guy that I look up to in terms of what he's been writing. I think he's brilliant. I think he's obviously a great person, but as someone who has turned his shyness into a performance, I want everybody to give a big round of applause for my man, Robbie Hockett!
Hi everybody, how are we doing tonight? Let's give it up for the comedians you already saw. Kat Harvey. I'd like to thank her for thinking outside her box tonight. We saw Oz, his light's really bright. He got skin cancer just to perform for y'all tonight. So. Yeah. Let's give it up for Anthony too. I can drag this out too. I don't know. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. If we could just keep it down the back. I'm hearing a lot of chatter from the back. I hear somebody ordering a number 8 with chips and a drink. Oh wait, that's Jimmy John's. I have gigantic ears. I once heard a very wise man say, big ears equals big dick. And he was like really far away. My mother, she always told me I would eventually grow into my ears. But I'm not really getting any taller, so I guess I'm just gonna have to get fatter. As you can tell, I'm one of the only 32-year-olds that's still going through puberty. Still got the whole acne going for me. That's awesome. The pubes that have come in are already turning gray. And I get occasional bouts of premature ejaculation. If that happens, just do like my ex-girlfriends and just ignore it and then tell all your friends later. Yeah, I'm 32. I figure I need to start being more getting healthy and taking care of myself. I went to the doctor and he told me I've got some bad news. And I just thought, oh God. I thought about all the questionable decisions I made over the years. And then he said, you've got high cholesterol. It's like, oh, sweet. That's it? Oh, we're good. This is good. We'll worry about this later. He did tell me I had an STD. I have a small talk disorder. So I went, I figured I should tell all my girlfriends, all my ex-girlfriends, and I called them up. I said, look, I've got this STD. And I could have told them the rest, but that just kind of seemed like small talk. So. Thank you. Anthony wants me to do like a long set tonight, so I'm just filling in with a lot of these. But I figured I should start, eating healthy. I switched from regular to peanut M&Ms. I found out I have a gluten-free allergy, so I can't eat anything that's gluten-free. If I could just have her gluten, can you just throw that on top? That'd be great. I started going to the gym because I made a New Year's resolution, and I finally achieved my goal. I lost $500 this year. So that's good. I started running because that's what people do. I started training for a 5K. Actually, that's not true. I started masturbating like I was training for a 5K. The first one is, it's over before you know. It's like a sprint. The second one, you just kind of work up a sweat. It's like a mile. And then the third one's like a 5K. I'm just happy when it's over. So yeah, looking good. I got this friend that's always like, I look like Hugh Grant. It's the worst. Don't you hate looking like a celebrity? And I'm like, oh God, I know your pain. That's the worst. The other day, somebody came up and they're like, hey, don't you work at Food Lion? I was like, come on, man, do your catchphrase. Do your catchphrase. I'm like, paper or plastic. That gets so old. You guys like impressions? Yeah, I've started recently doing some impressions. Actually, I'm going to try something new tonight. Can somebody just yell out a celebrity and I will give my impression of that celebrity?
Walken.
Christopher Walken, okay. My impression of Christopher Walken is that he just he wants to dance in all those movies and he just has that kind of weird talking thing. And it works for him, but it's whatever. Thank you. You guys like impersonations. No, I don't do those. Yeah. Did you guys hear about last year Michael Douglas thought that he got throat cancer from cunnilingus? Which is I really need another reason not to go down there. Thanks, Mike Doug. But I was telling this to a girl I work with, and she's younger. She's 21. She said, "Well, who's Mike Douglas? Who's Michael Douglas?" It's like, "Oh, well, he's this really famous actor. He's been in a bunch of movies. I'd be happy to show you one sometime." And then she said, "Well, what's cunnilingus?" It's like, "Well, it's this really famous thing. It's in a bunch of movies. I'd be happy to show you sometime." So dating sites, doing a lot of that, right? I finally realized that dating sites want you to fail. It's the more you don't find the one, the more you keep coming back and giving them more money. And I don't have a punchline for that. It's just bullshit. When I was younger, we had the original dating site, the AOL chat room. I never really got past that, so when I meet a girl at the bar, I'm just like, so, ASL. How far have you gone? And as she's walking away, I'm like, measurements? So that's going well. After college, I didn't really know how to meet people. I'm kind of quiet. So I tried out this adultfriendfinder.com. He's obviously been on there. And I met up with these people, and they this girl came over, and I was like, hey, so you want to play? And she said, yeah. Do you have any toys? I said, do I? Let me go get my G.I. Joes. She seemed disappointed because I brought out the 3 3/4 G.I. Joe instead of the 12-inch G.I. Joe, so knowing's half the battle. So my mother is very proud of me. When I started dating, she gave me a lot of good advice. She said, son, always make your bed so you don't make women feel like whores. She's a sweetheart. She actually got really mad at me via Anthony's Facebook group. He called it Robbie fucking Hockett. Yeah. Which is great, except that I'm friends with my mother on Facebook, so I don't know what's worse. But she's great. She actually, when I was little, I told her my first joke. I said, Mom, how many times does 1 go into 0? As many times as it wants to. And she got like furious. And I was like, wow, Mom is like really serious about math. So my dad is equally supportive. When I became a bartender / comedian, I called him up. I was like, we made it! We did it, Dad! He was not happy. He used to give me a lot of advice. He would say, because Cheers was his favorite TV show, he would always say, son, making the way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. And that inspired me until I found he was full of shit. Because that's a theme song, and now my dad and I don't talk. That's not true. We never talked before. But yeah, like I said, I'm a bartender, which is fun. A lot of people are like, how did you become a bartender and a comedian? And I'm like, that old saying about Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, you just kind of take a U-turn and go the other way. You nap a lot. That helps. And I get, we all get our assholes at the bar. I've been one. But this one guy came in the other day, and I work at a bar / brewery. And he said, you got anything domestic? And I'm like, I'm no English major, but I'm pretty sure that's as domestic as it gets. I don't know. That's stupid. But then I also get these guys that come in and they try to expand their vocabulary the drunker they get. And they start out the night like, rum and coke. Great. I don't like to talk either. We're going to have a good night. And then like 2 hours later, he's like, I'd like to purchase some spirits and mixology to entertain some familian. I'm just like, get the fuck out. Oh, I'm sorry. Evacuate the premises immediately. as a super famous Blacksburg comedian, you get a lot of press. So I recently was wrote about in a little magazine called Social Scene. No big deal. And I'd like to read you all a couple excerpts from that. After dropping out of college, Hockett started bartending. That's the whole sentence. Where did she go to school? Another paragraph down says, he is interested in comedy too, but he was far too nervous about speaking. Thanks for the write-up, lady. Frightened and nervous, he prepared his act and has been hooked ever since. Next paragraph. Thanks, lady. I go on to talk about how I play in a pool league and I do stand-up comedy, and she says, competitiveness and extroversion have never been Hockett's forte. Why do you hate me? And then it says, the only good part is a quote where I said, I've always thought of my life as unintentionally hilarious. And now I have you to thank for that. And at the end, on her bio, it says, she is a Virginia Tech student who divides her time between school, work, and trying to get her cat to love her. So I think I'm doing all right. I don't spend a third of my day having some piece of shit animal try to love me. So like I said, super famous comedian. And as a comedian, I have literally traveled all over Blacksburg. It's been a whirlwind tour. And I do a lot of traveling, so every now and then, you're on the road as a road comic, and sometimes, you're a little bit, it's a long stop between bathrooms, and you got a Gatorade bottle that's looking pretty good. So I do what any guy does, and I take a piss in the bottle, but then a little later you're getting thirsty, right? What do? So I grab for a bottle. And I grabbed the bottle right next to that Gatorade bottle, and you people are sick. So I went to West Virginia to a strip club, because that's where the nicest strip clubs are. Only the finest. Paid the $2 cover. And I walked in, and immediately something stuck out to me. It was a mega touch. I was like, I'm about to run this bitch. So through my head, I'm just like picturing like strippers like fanning me with those giant palm tree leaves and like feeding me grapes. And that's not quite how it worked out. We played a trivia game, and a question came up. It said, which serial killer terrorized New York City in the 1970s? And what I knew was that the answer was Son of Sam. What I didn't know was strippers and serial killers don't have the best history together, so there's no sadder statement than, so I was sitting in the strip club playing naked photo hunt by myself. That's right up there with They Didn't Make It, or Is It In Yet? So that was a good time. I also recently went to Hawaii, and I took a surfing lesson while I was there, and we got out there, and the coral is like 6 inches off of the water, and I'm just picturing my impalement, and so I yell across to the guy that's giving us instructions, and I'm like, yo bro, is this safe? And he says, yeah man, ride the wave. It's like, no, I said, is it safe? He said, I heard you the first time, quit being a pussy! And while I was there, I learned that aloha means hello and goodbye, especially when you're trying to talk to a girl. I saw one walking by and I was like, hello? Aww. Guess I can kiss that joke hello, huh? But while I was there's a lot of women from Asia that are they're vacationing there also, and I kind of got a little thing for them. So when I came back to Blacksburg, it was like I don't really have that many options here. So I did what any self-respecting guy does, and I turned to the internet, which is kind of like scary because all I had to go by was a little thumbnail and a caption, and I was like, well, I'll click on this one. Bukkake, she sounds nice. You guys don't get that. Go home and Google Bukkake, and you won't thank me later. So I also went to Nashville recently. I was there to try out for a game show, which was awesome. I was on the show, and it was a bubble wrap challenge where I had to bubble wrap a 350-pound black man. So we didn't do great, but I got up there, and I'm taking my laps around, and all of a sudden the bubble wrap just snaps. And I don't know what to do because everybody else is still going. So my competitive instincts take over, and I'm like, all right. That's all I knew how to. That's the only thing I knew what to do. And so I'm standing there. I'm like, all right, I got to make something happen. I got to do this.
Oh my god.
Huh? And so they stopped the taping, and the producers come over, and they're very encouraging, and everybody in the crowd is trying to like cheer me on and tell me what to do. They're like, "You suck, cheater!" How am I cheating? I'm obviously losing. But they were very nice. So while I was in Nashville, I got the idea to go down to like Broadway where everything's going down, and I did some scientific research, and I'd like to share it with you. The top 3 pickup lines in Nashville. Number 1. Woohoo! Number 2. And number 3, yee-haw! And that's not really my thing. So I was like, "You look nice. I'm a good listener. I want to meet your parents." And it was going pretty well until this girl was like, "Hey, don't you work at Food Line?" I recently had some, while meeting all these great people, I was touring. I made a lot of new friends, and I had one of them draw some graphs for me, and I'd like to share them with you. Is that okay? I'd like a volunteer from the audience to come on stage and hold up these graphs, because I'm terrified of taking my hands off the microphone. You miss. You're right there. You in the pink shirt that says Robbie Hockett. You seem like a nice stranger. Her name is Tanya? Oh, right. Nice to meet you, Tanya. So the first one is a bar graph of me going into my favorite bars, and I'd like to share that with you. All right. So apparently the artist did not understand me, and that's a bar giraffe. Right.
Dibs on that. Dibs on that.
Not bad. I paid $40 for that. You crazy? The next one would be a pie chart of all the shit people tell me and how much I care about it. That would be a pie cart. Pie cart. not a pie chart. Alright, so we'll see how this last one goes. I got a flow chart that basically outlined my decision making when trying to meet a woman.
Oh, it's the flow chart.
Well, that's just a big middle finger, so that's why you don't get your friends to do art for you. Let's give it up for Tanya. Tanya is my girlfriend, so she's a plant. I'm just ruining the mystique of the comedy show right now. Tanya is great. She's very caring and supportive of all that I do, and it just fucking sucks. It's like, how am I supposed to write jokes like this? You are not helping me at all. You don't have an eating disorder. You don't fly off of the handle at everything I say. But luckily, she was homeschooled, which is nice. Because we like to watch Jeopardy together, and she's just terrible. The question was like, who invented the cotton gin? She's like, Mom. No, Dad. What is Dad? I'm like, no, you idiot. It's Thomas Edison. And yeah, we watch a lot of TV together. So we were watching and we saw this commercial. It was a Tampax commercial, and it's a girl rock climbing. And the girl says, "At times like these, I'm glad I'm wearing Tampax." And I said, "Shouldn't the girl below you be saying that?" We also saw this commercial with two guys standing in a trough. And she said, "Why are those guys peeing in a sink?" And I had to explain to her what a trough was, and she was mortified. Her reaction was very similar to if I had just explained bukkake to her, which I'm going to explain for all you people who didn't know what that was earlier. She reacted like, "What are they doing? Why are they standing next to each other? It's just going everywhere. Are they going to wash their hands after?" And the answer is no. No, no. Tanya, for Valentine's Day, got me some conversation cards, which are great. If you ever want to break up with somebody, it's a good gift to give them to just start that process. Not saying we are, just saying it's a good way to start. And I'd like to show a few of those off for you. Hey. This first one says, "You are trapped in an elevator with a Playboy model. You have 10 minutes to ask her questions. What do you ask?" And I just say, "Can I touch your boob? Can I touch your boobs? Can I touch your boobs? Can I touch your boobs? Can I touch your boobs?" For 10 minutes. It got really old. And then the next one was, "Where do you want to be in life 10 years from now?" I don't know where I want to be 10 minutes from now. My life is like a walking Mr. Magoo cartoon. I'm just like about to fall off a building, and another one comes along, and I keep going. So that one didn't really work. So I decided a good idea would be to make up my own cards. And so this one used to say, "Do you believe love can last forever?" And I changed it to, "If I were to go make a sandwich, what kind should I make you?" So that went well. And then the next one just said, "What do you like most about yourself?" And I just added the word touching. Because I love that shit. But she's awesome. I haven't been so lucky in the past. When I was in grade school, I would always write out those notes, the "Will you go out with me" notes, and you would always write check yes or no, and then of course they would add in that third one, "Fuck you, go to hell." And then they always write PS, "Stop sniffing my hair." PPS, does Ryan like me? So it took a little while for the old Rob Dog, but I had my first sexual experience while watching an MTV music video, if that dates me at all. Well, at least part of a video. It was Blink-182's All the Small Things. Sorry, just a little dick joke for you. I'm disgusted with myself. That's terrible. The older I get, the less enthusiasm I have for the phrase, "that chick was crazy." When I was 20, it's like, "that chick was crazy." Now it's like, that chick was fucking crazy. It's awful. And I dated this one girl a few years ago, and it didn't go well. We broke up because she was sleeping with a woman, which I was fine with if she would have just invited me. I would have made popcorn. You know, I'm very hands-free, or hands-on, whatever. But it was fine. But I was very on guard after that, and I started seeing someone else, and we'd gone on a few dates, and she said, "I can't hang out with you tonight. I'm gonna go do Molly." And I was like, "No, fuck that. If you're gonna go do Molly, I get to do Molly too." So now I have a drug problem. That's nice. And after we broke up, I was having a lot of problems with technology. I really just, I would want to get pepped up, and I would go play Pandora. I'd be like, "I'm going to get hyped tonight, I'm going to listen to some good shit." And I'd play like Trey Songz. And they'd be like, "Okay, well here you go. You're going to listen to Heart Attack by Trey Songz. And then Anytime by Brian McKnight. And then Tony Braxton's Unbreak My Heart." And by the time Into the Road by Boys and Men came on, I was like curled up in the fetal position. Seems like some white people didn't get that, so I'm going to try that again. So it seems like, you know, Pandora was just kind of out to get me after my breakup. I would try to listen to Toby Keith's Red Solo Cup. And I'm like, no, you're going to listen to Gary Allen's Best Ride I Ever Had. And by the time Boys and Men came on, End of the Road, I was like curled up in the fetal position. Because everybody loves that fucking song. So, alright. So she was fine, but we had problems. A lot of problems. She went to a party one time, and I went to pick her up, and she said, "Yeah, come find me." I'm like, "Can I have some sort of direction or street sign or something?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Can you tell me anything? A landmark, something?" She says, "Alright, I see something. I see a sign." I said, "Alright, this is very important. What does the sign say?" She said, "Stop." And so I eventually went and got her, but not before I went home and unmade my bed, because she's a dumb whore. Thank you.
Everybody, please give a big round of applause for Robbie Hockett!
I want that giraffe. That's mine.
This is one of the best things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's mine.
Hold it up.
Who drew it for you? Awesome. No, these illustrations are really awesome. Everybody give Robbie Hockett and the girls who drew the things a really big round of applause. Give Colin Osberg a big round of applause for his. Just quick words about Robbie. Robbie was able. One of the reasons why I said that I was really inspired by Robbie is that he took something where he was really shy, and he took something where he is the absolute opposite of a person who you would think would be on stage. And we learned to take all of that and apply that to stand-up comedy and really prove the fact that it's not your personality type that defines whether or not you can do stand-up comedy. It's just simply whether or not you put in the hard work and able to translate that on stage. So that means a lot to see him come up here and do that. I know you guys that work with him every day are happy to see that as well. Robbie's fucking funny, man. Robbie's So I'm going to play some music. I want you guys to enjoy the show. Enjoy the rest of the night. If you see any of the comedians you saw tonight, come up and talk to them. Tell them what you thought of the show. Give them a hug. Tell them it's great. But just don't leave and then talk to them 2 days later or hit them up on Facebook and was like, dude, great show. Just fucking say something tonight, man. You guys can give them a couple of minutes, tell them what you think, because I think it was worth it. Put in a lot of time. So give yourselves a big round of applause, support